Hello, everyone. Welcome to the April 1st edition of Barely Necessities. Yeah, don't worry, we won't be pranking you here.
Exactly.
We will just be sharing with you legitimate uh, news around these parts.
Yes. No, I'm with you. I'm with you, Rebecca. Nope. I don't need to prank anybody. We don't need to spoof anything.
In case you're wondering, I am currently on the road. I am at the Disneyland Resort, the beautiful Grand Californian Hotel. There's like a little orange tree back here. Chip and Dale are running around in it. So really beautiful. There's a monorail that goes by the patio, every now and again. So, and it's sunny weather. I was sitting by the pool. How is it in your neck of the woods, Becca?
Windy.
Yeah.
Very windy, but other than that, it's been bright skies. So
Well, we've been having fun here at Disneyland. In fact, among the many things I spotted, I got to see these in person, Becca.
did you? What do you think?
Okay, they're cute.
They
Um,
look cute.
they illuminate. So like the Elliot one especially, the way it works is when you hit that little lump on his back.
Mhm.
Let me see. I pulled a little picture I could share with everybody. Yeah, hang on. Let me bring it over here and
Aw,
bring
that's
this one over
cute.
here too. Okay, there we go. So, okay. So yeah, so you can see how he illuminates, and there's like a little latch on the back. And so when you pop that little thing, it'll pop up, and it looks like popcorn inside, and then
Mhm.
it starts to kind of light up, and it pulses.
Aw.
Yeah.
So it's like your own Main Street electrical parade.
Right? Yeah, it's super cute. So stumbled on these in various places, and now if people aren't at the parks, can they get these online yet?
Yes, yes. So these are the popcorn bucket ornaments, and these are available now at Disney Store and, as Rebecca said, at the parks as well. I was a little surprised this collection just launched yesterday, and there's only five buckets or five popcorn bucket designs. I'm guessing that more will be on the way, especially because it is so early to be introducing any type of ornaments.
Mm-hmm.
This is last year, I think it was like May, the end of May or beginning of June. And here we are, March 31st. And it's just like, oh my goodness. So I think more will be coming. But
And
yeah, these.
one of the things that I wanted to make sure to bring everybody's attention to is that they replicate the straps that would have come. So like even the electrical parade one, it has that nice little black strap,
Yes.
the Disneyland logo, and then the parade on it. So I mean, they've really gone down to like kind of a bit of a detail focus on these as well. Jumping over to the shelves of Disney World.
Yes, our team took some photos at the Germany pavilion. There's new Minnie Mouse merchandise, and I like this. This
Me
is
too.
perfect for the spring and summer. It's
Mm-hmm.
like just it's and I like that it's not, I don't know, like this mini shirt that we're looking at right now. It's simplistic in a good way. I like it a lot.
Exactly. No, you and I often talk about how sometimes there's this need to like put the focus of whatever it is. For example, here we've got it's Minnie in the Germany pavilion, and I
Mhm.
like that it's Minnie. It's not like Minnie, and it
Yes.
right at the bottom it's Germany pavilion, not Germany pavilion, kind of screaming at you. It's like we've discussed here. You guys have heard us talk about it. We like same with this Germany pavilion dynamic here, right? The real
Mhm.
focal point is the Minnie, the
Yes.
silhouette, but then there's that subtext of
Yes.
the Edelweiss and the beautiful elements of the Germany pavilion. So yeah. Now these haven't hit any of the Disney. None of these beautiful pavilion products have hit the Disney store yet online, right, Becca? We haven't seen any of them make their
Right.
way over
Not
there.
least not that I've seen. And that's from any of the, yeah, there's all
Yeah.
sorts of collections across the various pavilions at Epcot that I have not seen at Disney Store. Which
When you see the beautiful Edelweiss, do you instantly think of
Sound of
Sound of
Music?
Music? Because I mean, I'm
Yes.
sorry, but
Nope. I'm like about to burst into song, and it's like, no, we're not going to do that.
yeah, no, it's like, and immediately that's where my mind goes. I wonder if that's a very strictly American dynamic, or if globally this beautiful white flower that covers the countryside evokes the Oscar. Is it Os? Is
I-
it is it a Rogers and Hammerstein? I don't know.
yes.
Okay. So yeah, so here you go, a variety of beautiful red, white, and blue um, elements within the palette for the Germany Pavilion items. You can see them all
Yep.
in the article on Laughing Place, and Becca always has great show notes below, and so you'll be able to see it all there. Next up, Becca, we have a beautiful new bag.
Yeah, over at Disney Store, there's a new Dooney and Burke collection. This is called the Classic Film Collection. There's 9 animated features that are depicted on this collection, and they're all like it says classics. So these are older films. The most recent film in this lineup is Robin Hood from 1973.
Oh wow! Look, you can see it right there, right beneath the laughing Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
We have Robin Hood, Pinocchio. Yeah, they're diving back into the vault. You have the Princess Snow White being awakened with a kiss by her prince. The top there, you have Cinderella's evil stepsisters with her very domineering stepmother represented. So yeah, some beautiful moments in Disney cinema in this new Dooney design. This is photographing really well. I haven't seen this in person yet. I will have to keep an eye out for it, because I know sometimes with the texturing of a Dooney, you can lose a little bit of the detail, but this is really popping. It's not. It's still looking really sharp, which is something that I've in recent designs. I think we commented on the designs hadn't looked quite as sharp as this one is looking.
Correct. Yes, I agree with you. And yeah, this one too, like we always talk about how the pattern can be varies on every bag. Like you're not necessarily going to get one that looks exactly like the photo. And that's still true, but because you have these like very, I don't know, geometric's not the right word, but you have, the grid there. It's going to be I think it's going to be a much more even design. It just might be the film that you love might get cut off on one side.
Yeah, so something to look out for when you're making a purchase in this line. Next up, it's a collection we've talked a little bit about, but it's made its way to the Disney parks. I think we previously had seen it in the Disney store, Becca.
I think so, yes, or at least some of the elements of this. I think there's more available at the Disney parks, which is always interesting to me, or different items that you might not be able to find online. This is playful, of course. It's fun in the sun, and I really like this.
If you haven't been following us today on our socials, it's the 30th anniversary of Blizzard Beach. And so there have been a lot of water park pictures, including a beautiful image from the top of Mount Gushmore. Probably what inspired me to go sit poolside for a while. But this brightly colored collection is adorable. It has the beach ball with the Mickey Mouse silhouette, not only in that cork stopper, but also in this enormous, this is a nice big old sized plush pillow. It is soft. It is squishy. It's something I can envision being like on my bed, as like kind of almost those cushions that you kind of lean up against and you have like almost arms on it. It's almost got that amount of heft to it. By the way, the pillows here, they're so tall.
Are they really?
Yeah, but the bed itself is tall. Here, let me stand up for a moment. This is hysterical.
Okay.
Look, I
Oh
actually
my goodness.
I actually had to pull. Yeah, I actually had to pull the little stool that they have in the bathroom for kids to be able to brush their teeth at the sink, and I put it beside the bed so I could get in because I can't. I have to like
Yeah,
hop
you have
up.
to like, oh my gosh. Now, I've always liked having a tall, like I had a tall bed at one point when I was living on my own. Like I like the height, but that's a little bit more than I think I would want to deal with.
But it's
Oh my
nice because you can
goodness.
put your suitcase under there. So
That's
it's
true.
really, I
Ooh,
mean, it's really great. Or if you have like a folding stroller, you could put your folding stroller under there. So it gives you so much more free, like floor
floor
to not
space.
be,
Hmm.
having to have your travel clutter.
Yes.
And so it makes the room seem more roomy by having that height. But yeah, no, it's very tall. But meanwhile, I've been
Amazing.
sharing some more images from this Fun in the Sun collection. Mickey and his friends having a wonderful summer. You've got these
Yep.
beautiful blues and reds and pinks and yellow. I mean, it is brightly colored. So be sure to check that out. Also at Walt Disney World, we spotted some new merchandise celebrating the All-Star Resort.
Yeah, this is the first time that I had seen anything like this, and I like the colors. I again, we're and I really like this is a very 90s collection. These images are like speaking to my childhood. So, I have not stayed at the All-Star resorts, but I know as a kid that was one of the places where I was like, "Oh, but it's closer to our budget, Dad. We could totally stay here." And he's like, "No." So,
I'm a big fan
there's a
of the All.
time.
I'm a big fan of the All Stars because it was super Disney. It was
Mhm.
like there was no doubt that you were staying in a Disney resort. You had Mickey and Donald and everybody. I like that, which is one of the fun elements when you're at a Disney resort. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and this I like that they're representing all 3 of the All-Star resorts as
Yeah,
well with the logo, or with that what we were just looking at,
yeah,
the magnet.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, there we go. I pulled it back. So
I
yeah,
think I think
celebration of all resorts, but mostly the All Stars.
I think movies would have been the one where I would want to stay. Do you have a preference?
Oh, let me see. I'm trying to remember. Movies was fun. I've stayed in 2 of the 3.
Okay.
So oh, hey, Geo popping in and saying, I can picture Gideon in that all-star zip up Mr. Star Tours jacket himself. Oh,
Yeah.
so we're
Yeah.
here at Disneyland and he's wearing that Star Tours jacket that looks kind of like a cast member costume. So the Haunted Mansion cast had a little bit of fun with him when he walked into the mansion. They were like, "Excuse me, Star Tours, you're in the wrong place." So I thought that. So he enjoyed.
You're
He
not
enjoyed
supposed to
getting
be
on.
in costume when you're
Right? Come on. So that,
Oh,
oh,
that's so cool.
look, I got some sun. I'm just
Oh
noticing.
my goodness, you really did. Or does it are
I'm a
you
little.
okay?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just as I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, that got I got a little bit warmer than I thought out there. Um, in the world of movies,
Yeah.
movies and movie merchandise, we have a puppet.
Yes. Yes. So this was announced earlier this year, and we briefly talked about it here on Barely Necessities. But there is the Angel Real Effects puppet from Wow Stuff, and she's a companion to Stitch. She's available now at Disney Store. She debuted, I think, last week, and yeah, she's got a plush body, but then she's got like the animatronic like movements. She has facial expressions, like there's sounds, and I don't know, like it's kind of crazy. I
These
didn't
are
have anything like this
amazing.
as a kid.
No, these FX puppets are amazing. Gideon has one that's a not I don't believe it's the same company, but it's
Okay.
a similar concept, but it's for the rat like a baby raptor.
Oh, okay.
And so you operate the mouth and everything like usual, but there's various ways to trigger like blinking eyes or or little noises or whatnot. So it really makes the puppet come to life beyond just doing the usual like mouth operations. So yeah, these are way too much fun. I'm this kind of stuff is why I'm really interested to see how kind of themed entertainment, theme park design, all of that improves in the future. Because with this type of element being so easily accessible to us at home, right?
Right.
It's like this kind of thing was really incredible when you went to a theme park. I mean, you know, but now it's like I can have it in my own home. So I'm kind of curious what the next generation, what their expectations are going to be. We've already seen, you know, kind of a step away from like a Chuck E. Cheese, right? You don't have the animatronics in the Chuck E. Cheese anymore because those are almost like to the level of what people are putting in their front yards for Halloween. So
yeah,
you know, so it's like, so they're kind of competing in that area. So it's, I've always, like I say, it's as this kind of stuff becomes more and more easily accessible at home, people with their 3D printers doing all kinds of stuff. People building in virtual worlds. I'm so interested to see what that's going to mean for these, you know, places like Disneyland and Knott's and Magic Mountain, and how are they going to transition? And sorry, I'm totally off on a completely
no. I mean,
tangent.
it's a good thing to it's something to think about. Like, yeah, with technology changing, with toys changing, I mean, you know, so much has changed, but we still like, you know, you can watch we've videoed all of the Disney attractions, right? Like
Yes.
you can get a POV, you can watch all sorts of videos, but it's still so fun to actually go and experience it. So even if you get to have some of the stuff at home and have that richer experience at home, I think it's still the atmosphere that people are going to be excited about. But yeah, you bring up a really good point.
Oh, and for me, sometimes I think maybe more so. Maybe it's even more so about that kind of communal dynamic to it. So speaking of technology, Season of the Force just started here at Disneyland, and they have this new storytelling moment in the evenings on Batuu, and they transform the spires into, it's almost like moving cave paintings.
Oh, wow.
Is kind of the way it feels thematically, like it's shadowy images and stuff like that, retelling the Skywalker saga.
Oh,
and the
incredible.
notion is kind of they're gathered to hear the story of Skywalker as they continue this fight against, you know, this fight on behalf of the resistance. And I still can't get over what I saw, because I mean, I know those spires, but then to see them become kind of snowy peaks at one point in the storytelling, or Mustafar in another point of the storytelling. There's even this portion where it, like, total spoiler alert, where it seems like somebody smashed it and it becomes like this deep cave with like depth, and then something's coming. It was wild what they were able to do with projection imagery. We've got the full video here on YouTube, thanks to our team who were kindly invited to the media event when it first started. But yeah, I got a chance to catch it in person last night. Really impressive.
Awesome.
But also impressive and not hotter than the sun because it was a cloudy day. I went to Avengers Campus.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed seeing all the Avengers dynamics over there, including Spidey. But why are we talking about Spider-Man here?
Well, this is something just really simple, but I didn't have any good Marvel content for this week, and I was like, we're going to talk about the Spider-Man straw clip at the Disneyland Resort. So, like Rebecca said, it is available for purchase at Avengers Campus. This dude is fun. I like this a lot. I like that he's hanging upside down, and you know, you just kind of add some dimension and movement to your favorite beverage.
Yep.
Did you see this in person?
I did not see this in person. I did see a lot of Spider-Man gear all over the place, and just noticing a lot of red and blue in the palettes of various toys and t-shirts and whatnot, all around the resort. However, not in that primary color palette is our next item, That is the Ashley Eckstein Star Wars collection. This is neon. This is bright pinks and those neon blues and greens. She's really kind of diving into, what is this, late 80s, early 90s color scheme for her latest collection.
I mean, that's what it is telling me, or says to me. That's what I'm thinking. That feels very 90s right there.
Yeah, this feels very much my freshman year to date me. So there you go. But yeah, nicely, nice and bright. These were available in, oh wait, let's see. Geo coming in and saying that stud show is rough in the sun. Yeah, no, it really is. The line with the colors, the colors are fun. I enjoyed seeing these around the resort. Sorry if there's a sound that's popping up. I'm using my son's computer and his Discord notifications are going off and I don't know how to turn them off. So I apologize if you guys are hearing how popular he is. But we've got a button-up shirt with the Rebel Alliance logo. Did any of these in particular like jump out at you as something you would consider adding to your collection, Becca, or is it just a little too?
I mean, I like the princess shirt. It's a little bit bolder than what I would prefer. This coming from the girl who was like gushing over the Loungefly neon collection last year. Like, but I think it's one thing to have a backpack. It's another thing to like wear a shirt that's like princess and just I don't know. I'm very weird, but I like the colors. I'm not such a big fan of the spray paint style, but I can see where that's very appealing and how it's, differentiates this from other things.
I did spot this collection on a number of fans walking around the resort the past few days. So clearly popular from what I saw. I saw people around Bloom saying, "This is my favorite collection." Yeah. See,
well, this is also coming to Disney Store on April 25th.
Okay.
So it's supposed to. It looks like Disney Store is going to be doing new releases all throughout April, leading up to Star Wars Day. So
yeah, there's a lot of releases coming to Disney Store. So we're going to have lots of stuff to talk about, including the May the 4th items that Becca was just highlighting. Oh, jerseys! Where did this is like all of a sudden out of the blue everywhere.
I was watching, we would watch baseball. We would go to baseball games, Cleveland Indians, now Cleveland Guardians. So we'd go to those games when I was a kid. And this all feels very like mid 90s to me. So I don't know, maybe there's just like, I know it's silly. I'm assigning significance to this, but yeah, like this emergence of baseball jerseys. Coinciding with me as a kid watching baseball when I did. I don't know. I like this
Ahsoka Tano Team Tano sweatshirt. So that's pretty cool. These ears are gorgeous.
Yes. These, I believe, are the following, or these are coming before the Ashley Eckstein collection. The Hoth collection that we're looking at with the jerseys and then the ears, that's going to be April 18th. So that will be at Disney Store. And I think they're also coming to the parks if they're not already there. We've got photos of like a display promoting what was coming to the parks, but what we're looking at right now is what's coming to Disney Store. Mike put this article together for us. So yeah, dated merchandise, that's going to be dropping, I think, this week on the 4th. So you have plenty of time to get your May the 4th merchandise before May the 4th.
Mm-hmm. Nikki B coming in and saying baseball jerseys are greater than Spirit jerseys. Are you team baseball jersey or team Spirit jersey?
I mean, I think Spirit jerseys are more comfortable, but baseball jerseys are more fun. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the Spirit jerseys have been really popular here at Disneyland over the past few days because the temperatures went shunk.
Mm-hmm.
It got quite chilly here, so all of a sudden I noticed a lot of Spirit jerseys. Prior to that, I'd been seeing the baseball, those princess baseball jerseys. The
Yes.
one, the Aurora one seems to be very popular. Not only when I'm here walking around here at Disneyland, but when I was at Walt Disney World, the number of people that were congregated around that particular rack looking at it, considering it, because it's got the pink and the blue.
Yeah.
And it
Yep.
says Aurora on the back. And then at Disney World, obviously, it says Walt Disney World across the front. Here at Disneyland, it says Disneyland across the front. So I think for me, that's one of the things I enjoy about the jersey dynamic. And the Spirit, I mean, whether it's baseball or Spirit jersey, is that they're giving us this motif where we can dive into our love of Disneyland, our love of Disney, both.
Yes.
In fact, that's the jersey I want instead of like the pink and the blue. I want like the like some sort of weird Disneyland, Disney World mashup.
Okay.
Into a Spirit jersey. Maybe have that classic D on the one side and then that modern D on the other side.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna beg for that from somebody. But yeah, lots of May the 4th items coming, as you might expect. Right now, Becca, the design team for Disney is hitting my sweet spot. They're making it very difficult for me to not put everything I'm seeing on my wish list. I noticed that when I was actually walking through the world of Disney. Let me see if I have that. I meant to have that picture to share with y'all because I was just, I'll you know what? Save it for next week. When I get back, I'll gather up some of my pictures from this trip and I'll share it with everybody. But the merchandise lines right now, like I say, here at the Disney parks are hitting a sweet spot for me. And these May the 4th shirts are similar too. I like how it feels kind of comic booky, but yet not totally, you know.
And it seems like, I mean, it's very Darth Vader heavy, but it also feels like we're kind of exploring both sides of the Force. Every year they do something different. And I feel like last year was more like the sidekicks, the supporting characters. And so it's kind of interesting. And I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense too, with this being the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, that Darth Vader is going to be a big feature.
Fred Ramirez coming in and saying, I want to re-release so I can see the opening logos. I'm assuming you mean that crawl on the big screen. The local theater where we live up in the Bay Area, they just were showing The Force Awakens on the big screen last week. There was a pop culture con in town, and so as part of that, The Force Awakens, I believe, is what it was. Yeah, The Force Awakens was going to be on the big screen. So it's wild to me to think how many people haven't seen any of the films on the big screen now. You know, they're like teenage. Yeah, so
I guess that's true. Yeah, I didn't see any of the originals. Even when they did the re-releases in '97, we didn't go see any of the movies in theaters, but we saw everything from Phantom Menace on. Made sure to go to the movie theaters. So exciting.
I don't have a shopping list for y'all I don't have a sensational 7 for y'all this week. However, Becca does have a shopping list.
Yes. Yeah, we put a ton of stuff on there because yesterday we got a whole bunch of new mugs over at Disney Store, but they're also available at Disneyland and Walt Disney World, including some sculpted character mugs. We've got like Yzma as a cat. We've got the genie. These are super fun. And then there's a new Starbucks Disney Parks collection. There's mugs that I have highlighted here, but there's also tumblers. And there's one for Walt Disney World and one for Disneyland, highlighting the parks and some of the attractions and things that are special and signature to each of those resorts. I guess there's some Alien and Pizza Planet gummies. Very interesting choice But we found these over, I think, in Walt Disney World. And watch, I got that wrong.
No, you're right. No, the images are from Walt Disney World. I did not spot them when I was walking around. Geo pointing out also as well, in addition to the mugs that Becca's talking about, there's also some tumblers that they're doing with a mystery pin dynamic too.
That's right.
And we talked about that as well on the website. So really bright images, by the way, on those Starbucks. So.
Yes. Yeah. And the pins, as far as I recall, the pins are not at Disney Store. So I don't think the tumblers are. I don't think the tumblers are either. I think just
in the parks.
I think yes. At least
that makes sense. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I know I saw the tumbler in World of Disney, and I believe that our team has spotted it on the East Coast. But it makes sense that with the mystery pin dynamic and everything, those are currently at the parks.
Yes. So still, though, pretty cool. Yeah. There's also new Crocs, and we have a post about the sparkly pink Crocs. It's a really pretty hot pink with glitter on them. They're very simple. There's not any gibbets attached to it. Nothing like over the top as some of the Crocs have been. But yeah, those are kind of fun. The Beast Castle Lego set from Beauty and the Beast, that has been, I think it just launched today, but at least it's today at Disney Store. And then of course, you can get it through Lego and other retailers. But yeah, Disney Store has it. And then we have a look at the new DVC member merchandise collection with this very pretty royal blue. So there's some Loungefly, there's some ears, and there's a Spirit jersey as well. We've talked previously about the Powerline Max popcorn bucket, and we've got more information about this item that will be available at Disneyland Resort. And then we have a look at the Daredevil Born Again figurine from Hot Toys. So as you know, we like talking about Hot Toys and how detailed and how awesome all of their figures are. Well, Daredevil from the MCU version of this character is now going to be a collectible for you. And then, Rebecca, we mentioned Season of the Force. We've got a Death Star popcorn bucket, which I think is $35, but it like lights up and it's big. It's really big.
It's small. It's small beach ball big.
Okay. That's a pretty big popcorn bucket.
Small beach ball big.
So
but it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
It's no moon, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm in love with the Hyperspace Mountain t-shirt.
Yes, there's two new designs for Season.
There's a Hyperspace Mountain that's a new design, and then a Space Mountain that's a new design.
Okay.
So kind of representing that current and the classic, but both designs just popped up on shelves. And I'm like I say, the Hyperspace with that logo, and then the fighters flying by. I think it's both an X-wing and a TIE fighter that you see in the imagery, but it evoked for me the Atari game that I love so very much. I'm
musing over this one too. He's gonna, as soon as this stream ends, he's gonna be like, really? We speak the same language and you're not getting it? Star Wars, no. Sorry, Kyle. I'm so sorry.
No,
especially if it's a community reference and I'm not getting it.
We need a translation for the SBB.
Small beach ball big.
Small beach ball big. Okay. It's the SBB over here. Okay.
There we go. Now you will never forget it. Now you will just think SBBB. Oh my goodness. And then, some more Star Wars. We've got an article about some of the Star Wars Day apparel and accessories that, yes, we talked about what's coming to Disney Store, but we've got a look at what's going to be available at the Disney parks as well. Mike did a roundup of that and has actual photographs from his event. And then the popcorn bucket over at Regal Cinemas with Darth Vader for the re-release of Revenge of the Sith. So
lots of Star Wars stuff. Only more to come as
I know.
Gear up for May the 4th. It is always a nonstop discussion of Star Wars around these parts. Let's see. As we begin to wrap up, I'm excited to share with all of you what I've discovered while being here at Disneyland this week, and I'll be talking about it next week. But in the meantime, I'll remind you, as they shared on my bed the other, or I guess on my nightstand the other night, laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, dreams are forever, Walt Disney. So this was placed on my pillow along with a chocolate which I consumed. Here's the evidence of the
As
dark,
you should.
of the dark chocolate that was
Oh,
consumed.
even better. Even better.
So, oh yeah, no, it was a dark chocolate. It was very tasty. So
You're speaking my
with
language.
With that, I'll say thank you, Becca, for gathering all this Disney merchandise so that we could chat about it. It's always fun to window shop with you.
Yeah, same here. Thank you for taking time out of your Disneyland experience to come and talk with me about merchandise.
And we will see you all next week. Bye.